A very good morning to all. This is Prashant Pandey, and in today's lecture, we will discuss some important definitions provided under the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act and the definition and powers of the authorities constituted by the appropriate governments under the provisions of the Act. So, the first definition which we will discuss here is the definition of appropriate government. Section 2B of the Act provides that appropriate government means in respect of industrial establishments under the control of the central government or a railway administration or in a major port, mine or oil field, the central government, and in all other cases, the state government. So, according to provisions as provided under subsection B of section 2, the appropriate government will be the central government and the state governments. In reference to the matters which are related to the industrial establishments under the control of the central government, or if any matter or industrial establishment which is under the authority of railway administration, any port, mine or oil field, the central government will be empowered to make rules related to the provision of standing orders under the Standing Orders Act 1946. Apart from that, in all other situations, in case of making any standing orders not related to these industrial establishment, the state government will be the appropriate government, and in reference to that industrial establishment, the power to make rules and regulations in connection with the standing order will be upon the state governments. The second definition is the definition of employer. It is provided under clause D of section 2. As per the provisions of section 2D, employer means the owner of an industrial establishment to which this act for the time being applies and includes in a factory any person named under clause F of subsection 1 of section 7 of the Factories Act 1948 as manager of the factory. According to this section, employer will be the owner of that industrial establishment, and apart from that, any person which has been recognized as manager of the factory under the provisions of section 7 of the Factories Act 1948 will also be considered employer for the purposes of this act. Also, in any industrial establishment under the control of any department of any government in India, the authority appointed by such government in this behalf, or where no authority is so appointed, the head of the department. In reference to the government departments, any person which has been specifically recognized as employer or authority to exercise the functions of employer by the government in their official gazette will be considered as an employer for the purposes of this act, and it will be responsibility on those persons to provide for the standing orders under the provisions of this act. In any other industrial establishment, any person responsible to the owner for the supervision and control of the industrial establishment. Any industrial establishment which does not fall under the categories mentioned above, any person who is directly or indirectly responsible to the owner of the industrial establishment and which has supervisory power or the control over the industrial establishment will also be considered as employer for the purposes of this act. Now we will discuss the definition of industrial establishment as provided under clause E of section 2. Industrial establishment means an industrial establishment as defined in clause 2 of section 2 of the Payment of Wages Act 1936. It means the definition of industrial establishment given under section 2 of Payment of Wages Act 1936